Hi, I'm Matt Pavlovsky with the Southwestern Pennsylvania Commission, or SPC. SPC is currently updating its long-range plan through a process known as Mapping the Future. Today we're going to discuss a little bit more about transportation planning, economic development planning, to build an overall long-range plan, and then we're going to take you through a survey that we hope you'll participate in to give us your information and feedback regarding the overall plan. Today I'm actually going to be joined by Doug Smith, our Transportation Planning Director here at SPC. Doug, welcome.
Thanks.
Doug, I'd like you to talk to us a little bit about regional planning. It's a primary responsibility of an MPO and part of our prime commitments. Could you talk to us a little about our long-range plan and what builds a good plan?
Sure. In metropolitan planning areas around the country, anywhere where there's a population of greater than 50,000, federal law says that there needs to be a metropolitan planning organization. And one of our primary responsibilities is to put together a long-range transportation plan.
With that in mind, could you talk to us a little about coordination of a long-range plan? Who are some of the partners and maybe, again, some of those responsibilities that fall into that line?
Sure. A lot of folks think about transportation planning, and obviously they think about the State Department of Transportation, or PennDOT. They have about 40,000 miles of road to maintain in Pennsylvania. But there are a lot of other partners as well. There are transit agencies, county and local governments. There are private entities like railroads and airports. And our responsibility with the long-range plan is to help facilitate collaboration between all those different planning partners. We want to look into the future and determine what the needs are of the region, look at changing demographics, the role of technology in advancing different things in transportation, and then help identify what the mobility and safety and accessibility needs are of the region into the future, project what our long-term outlook is in terms of financial projections and what we can afford to spend on transportation, and determine the best investments to meet those needs.
That's perfect. That gives us a great start. Thanks, Doug. For the next portion of our presentation, we're going to talk about the integration of economic development with transportation planning. SPC was one of the first regional planning organizations to do an integrated long-range transportation plan and comprehensive economic development strategy. SPC has multiple designations as the Metropolitan Planning Organization for Transportation and as the Economic Development District and Local Development District for Economic Development. This uniquely positions SPC to develop a plan that integrates both transportation and economic development planning. This current planning process affords us the opportunity to raise the bar on this integration by tracking performance across these disciplines. By tracking performance across a variety of transportation and economic metrics, we can gain a better understanding of not only how the adopted plan is performing, but also how the integrated strategies play into the overall context of a regional vision. Mapping the Future, the Southwestern PA Plan, builds upon the regional vision that includes a development scenario built upon well-defined strategies and regional policies or goals for the region that touch on a wide range of areas. The regional vision is transportation and land use that supports and enhances the regional economy and the communities within it. The development scenario supporting this vision is characterized by regional policies and goals that emphasize mutually supportive regional activities, places, and the connections among them. It includes the following high-level strategies. Promote high to medium density development in centers and clusters with a value placed on a mix of uses. Target infrastructure improvements within centers and clusters of development and the corridors that connect them. Emphasize infill development within the existing business districts. Emphasize brownfield rehabilitation throughout the region. Preserve open space. Support agriculture in rural areas. Emphasize a strong multimodal focus among highways, transit, railways, and waterways. Emphasize connecting centers and clusters, promoting excellent access to the urban core. Promote improved transportation operations. Promote improved transportation safety. Emphasize upgrading existing water and sewer systems. Promote limited water and sewer expansion primarily to the historically underserved communities. The regional vision and development scenario are supported by regional policies or goals that are used to help guide the region toward achieving this vision. They're part of the foundation for mapping the future. For our last segment, I'm going to take you through our investment priorities survey. I think one thing that's important to note here is there are always constraints on funding, so everything we might want to see can't always be done at once. Understanding that funding can fluctuate due to numerous factors, we want to know what people will think the priorities are for funding and for the funding that is available. We're looking for suggestions which can affect how people get to work, travel, and move about efficiently and help move the regional economy forward. SPC welcomes input year-round and will gather input and suggestions. SPC works with county-based public participation panels throughout the region to encourage that input. These individuals participate in public meetings that really help spread the word about SPC's programs and initiatives. By taking the Investment Priorities Survey, your input will help guide the investment priorities and projects for the long-range plan. We will use the results of this survey along with input from other regional and state partners to further develop investment priorities and projects for the long-range plan. The survey should only take about 5 or 10 minutes. Upon completing the survey, you'll be able to provide additional feedback. You can find the survey on our website at southwesternpaplan.org. We hope you'll share your thoughts with us and encourage your friends and colleagues to do the same as we work together on mapping the future.